Hi everyone, this is Yuxuan. Today I'm going to show you the dinner party by Judy, Chicago. So here we go. You're standing at one corner of this installation. It's a quite large room. You can see the scale in this room. This is one of the permanent exhibition here in Brooklyn Museum since 2007. It's located on the 4th floor in a room made especially for this exhibition. For the art piece itself, it's a ceremonial banquet which is made for 39 women with achievements, with a heritage floor that contains 999 additional names. The author is Judy, Chicago. She's a Jewish artist and one of the most famous feminist artists in the art history. And this is one of the most representative pieces of her. In terms of biographical analysis, the original name of the author is Judy Cohen. She changed her name in the 1960s to Judy Chicago to honor the city she was born and also grew up in. This is also part of the Jewish tradition to change their last name to the city where they were growing up in. Judy Chicago grew up in a scholar family. And after the death of her first husband, she developed a much more stronger statement of feminist art. Ideation of this piece started in 1974, and it took a long time with a lot of helps from other parties to complete this installation. For the formal analysis, you can see this is an equilateral triangle, and it leads your eye to the vertex in all three sides. It's covered with fabric texture on top, and bottom is in the porcelain tiles with names on it. The room is clad in dark vinyl floor with dark reflected walls, and the white ceiling is controlled with lighting in the corridor. It's a three-sided corridor that invites the audience to walk around the banquet and to look at each of the settings. The entire installation consists of 39 spots for historically or mythologically recognized women. And I will do a symbolic analysis of this place. As you can see, the recurring use of embroidered runners, place settings, and stylized plates establish cohesion. However, there's no two plates or runners that are identical, emphasizing the individuality of each woman's contribution. The balance between the repetition and the variety enhance the play's complexity and its narrative depth. In terms of economy, despite the abundance of detail, Chicago employs restraint in the certain areas such as the simplified white heritage floor. This contrast heightens the visual impact of the ornamental place settings, ensuring they remain the primary focus. Chicago used curvilinear and organic lights, particularly in the plates, in contrast with this rigid geometric edge and the triangular table. Let's take a closer look at the installation. Found in some settings, fur symbolized power, warmth, and status. However, it can also reference the way women have been objected, controlled, and even tamed throughout history. The most famous visual motif is the forms that celebrate female sexuality and creativity, countering the historical suppression of women's body. They reclaim the vulva as a symbol of power and rather than shame. The organic, flowery, and butterfly-like shapes is a symbol of transformation, regeneration, and artistic expression. Needlework, historically a female-dominant craft, represent both restriction and empowerment. Let's look at a few more examples along this corridor. This is the midpoint of one of the triangle. As you can see, it represents equality, as all three sides are equal, reinforcing the feminist goal of equal representation. The floor beneath the table holds the name of woman who laid the groundwork of the 39 seated guests. The materials address permanence and stability, reinforcing the foundation these women provided. The first two sides are more content on the pattern, while the plate and runner is very exaggerated in the last side. The distorted or exaggerated, subverting the idea of polite dining and emphasizing how women's domestic labor has been historically undervalued. The piano reference to women composers and musicians who were often overshadowed by male counterparts. It's also a broader metaphor for voice, agency, and the struggle to be heard in a male-dominated society. From a symbolic analysis point of view, downward triangle is a symbol for goddess. You can see it's repeatedly emphasized here. As you can see, this is a plan of the place, and this booklet shows like all the patterns that are used in the setting of this banquet. You can see like how each pattern is depicted.